Under a prolonged heavy rain, bogged down in the mud, sleeping but not giving up, the recruits of the armed forces of Ukraine go to the positions of one of the training grounds of the Donetsk region. In such difficult weather conditions, the army team practiced the tactics of assault actions in different landscapes.
So you disappear from the orcs?
Тобто, щоб якщо ворог вас там бачив, він побачив, що ви десь вискочили, пропали, там вискочили з іншого місця, знову пропали, щоб він вас не бачив постійно, як ви рухаєтесь.
Good with some warm-up.
Тобто трохи розігрілися вже.
And we need to have more rain. So everybody do the rain dance.
Треба тепер трохи дощу, щоб трохи охолонути.
Magnus is an instructor from Sweden. Stan is a US Marine. They are here to share their combat experience with the newly arrived members of the armed forces of Ukraine.
I was in the Marine Corps. I'm here to help with advanced infantry tactics, machine gun, from heavy to light machine guns. The Ukrainian army doesn't have light machine guns at the current time. They're starting to get some of them, the M249 squad automatic weapons. Slowly but surely they're getting them. But most of the time it's medium to heavy machine guns, especially Western, and some of the other NATO machine guns that are here as well.
Stan had the experience of Afghanistan and Iraq. He is sure that every war has its own characteristics, but the possession of weapons is an important factor in every war.
I don't like to compare them because the reason why warfare is warfare. There's no rules. You may say I could train you to fight a certain way, but it's not going to act a certain way, because the first time you plan things, it's going to fall apart the minute you try to execute that. Any battle commander will tell you that. So how I train them is basically how I trained my Marines when we were getting ready to deploy to Iraq and Afghanistan. So basically it's the same thing. They're getting combat ready, pre-combat checks, combat rehearsals, things that they're going to do and they're going to think about, like how to wear their body armor, how to wear their thing, how to select their magazines, how to hold the weapons, how to that mindset. So you're like a motivator as well. You're also a psychologist.
As an instructor, Stan has been in Ukraine for about a year now. He says that his friends motivated him to come here.
I have a lot of Ukrainian friends back at home, and they knew I was in the service in my country, the United States Marine Corps, so they were like, oh, you know, you're pretty good. I used to instruct and everything, and then prior to that I was in the reserves for a little bit, and then after I got out of the Marine Corps, the time happened, so they're like, hey, I think you could help our people, and I'm like, okay, I'll put it into consideration, and got my stuff ready, came here, and got lucky enough to meet a couple people. They put a team together and we met the unit that I'm with now, and we started training non-stop.
A serviceman with the call sign Ternopil is a mobilized fighter of the Ukrainian army. He says that such exercises are very useful in the absence of combat experience. Today a man is learning how to throw a grenade.
Well, yes, the exercises help, I'll tell you honestly. I study a little here, plus in battle. It will come handy, 100%. Throwing grenades is the hardest thing to learn because I'm scared, to be honest, but fear must be overcome.
Medicine is an integral part of the training. Oliver is in charge here. His task is to train recruits in first aid for themselves and their brothers in arms.
Well, we have an algorithm that we follow, so it should be very easy to make a decision from the information we see. Obviously, in a firefight, we always try to win the fight first. And catastrophic bleeding and airways, very important, so we fix those. In the American system, they use March, and we use C, A, B, C, D, E. Of course, the body is always the same, so it's the same ergonomics, but the abbreviations are a little bit different.
A serviceman with a call sign Barney recently received a shrapnel wound in his arm. The man has been at the front since 2014 and has already been trained abroad. He has something to tell the recruits.
In Britain, I learned how to work with multiple launch rocket systems, such reconnaissance installations, satellite dishes. If the Russians launch a rocket, the HIMARS base is standing and the dish calculates for 30 seconds where the exit is from, where it will arrive, and in what time. At that moment, it is necessary to transfer the coordinates to the artillery so that they strike. But while the Russian missile is flying, HIMARS is ahead of it, hits the target, we are packing up and leaving. This is how it should be.
After the exercises, the recruits will go to defend the Ukrainian land in the Donetsk direction, reported by Serhiy Kulias, Anastasiia Volkova, UATV News.